This is another Tyler Florence recipe. His thick pork chops with spiced apples and raisins from Tyler's Ultimate. The Ultimate Pork. It's easy. It takes 2 hours and 50 minutes. Prep time 10 minutes, inactive 2 hours, and cook time 40 minutes. Here's what you need for the pork chops. You need a gallon of water, a cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of sea salt, 1 cup of frozen apple juice concentrate thawed, 1/2 teaspoons of whole black peppercorns, 2 fresh thyme sprigs, 4 double cut bone-in loin pork chops, that's 1 pound each, sea salt, freshly ground black pepper, and extra virgin olive oil. The spiced apples and raisins, you need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 3 Granny Smith apples peeled core sliced into the 1/2 inch thick wedges, leaves from 2 fresh thyme sprigs, a 1/4 cup of raisins, 3/4 of a cup of frozen apple juice concentrate, again thawed, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, a pinch of dry mustard, sea salt and freshly ground black pepper, and of course, half a lemon. You preheat the oven to 350 degrees. In that mixing bowl, you combine the water, brown sugar, and sea salt, and apple juice concentrate, peppercorns, and thyme in there. Give it a good stir to dissolve the sugar and salt. Transfer the mixture to an extra large resealable plastic bag. Submerge the pork chops in the brine. Seal the bag. Put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Just to tenderize the meat. Do not brine any longer than 2 hours. The meat will break down too much and it's going to get mushy. Ugh. Nobody wants a mushy pork chop. Nobody. Then you remove the pork chops from the brine and pat them dry with paper towels. Sprinkle both sides of the meat with salt and pepper. Put a heavy skillet over medium-high heat. Add a 3-count drizzle of olive oil and get it hot. Lay 2 pork chops in the pan. Most likely only 2 of these massive pork chops will fit comfortably, and brown 4 minutes per side. Remove the pork chops to a large baking pan. Brown the remaining 2 chops and add them to the others in the pan. Put the baking pan in the oven and roast the chops for 30 minutes. The pork is done when the center is still rosy and the internal temperature reads 100 to 145 degrees when tested with an instant read thermometer. While the chops cook, you melt the butter in a clean skillet over medium-low heat. Add the apples and thyme and coat in the butter. Cook and stir for 8 minutes and give them some color. Toss in the raisins and add the apple juice, stirring to scrape up the brown bits. Stir in the brown sugar, cinnamon, cloves, and dry mustard. Season with salt and pepper. Then you squeeze in the juice from the lemon to wake up the flavor and simmer for 10 minutes or until the apples break down and soften. Spoon the spiced apples over the pork chops. Boom, there you go. Thick pork chops with spiced apples and raisins. The best apples and pork really go together, and with the raisins, you've got it made. You've got yourself dinner. So if you're having trouble coming across some pork chop recipes, then I suggest this one is definitely the one you are gonna want to try over and over again. That's gonna do it. I'll see you for the next video. So it's gonna be another recipe. So stay tuned for that and don't go away.